Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Monday, September the 19th. This is the Planning and Zoning Committee. I'm going to run through the roll, at least as we have it at this moment, and as if others come in, I'll mark them as present as well. But right now, I'm present. Obviously, Councilmember Bradford is not here yet. I see Councilmember Gamble is present. Councilmember O'Connell is present. Councilmember Rutherford is present, Vice Chair. Councilmember Toombs is present, and Councilmember Welsh is present. And Councilmember Van Rees has joined us. So we do have a quorum, and like I said, I will mark others present as they arrive. For our agenda, I have two items that are not on consent, and those are items number 24, Ordinance Bill 2022-1394, which has an amendment, and then item number 29, which is ordinance number BL 2022-1400. We have a request to defer that, and so maybe what I'll do with that is to place it on consent for a one-meeting deferral. Does anyone present have anything else that you think might need to come off of consent? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and read through the item numbers and the captions. So, item number 1, Resolution RS 2022-1776. The sponsors are Councilmembers Johnston, Roten, Gamble, and others. Approves a project modification to an agreement between Metro government to add 3 parcels for acquisition and removal of flood-prone properties in the 7 Mile Creek watersheds. Item number 2, Resolution RS 2022-1777. I see Councilmember Parker has joined. Item number 2, Resolution RS 2022-1777. Sponsors are Councilmembers Welsh, Rutherford, Gamble, and others. Approved a project modification between Metro government and the United States Department of the Army to replace 4 parcels related to the acquisition and removal of flood-prone properties in the Mill Creek, Sorghum Branch, and Whittemore Branch watersheds. Moving to bills on second reading, agenda item number 3, Ordinance Bill 2022-1416. The sponsors are Councilmembers O'Connell, Withers, and Merpoli. Authorizes McGavick Apartment Venture LLC to install, construct, and maintain underground encroachments in the right-of-way located at 1212 McGavick Street. Item number 4, Ordinance Bill 2022-1417. The sponsors are Councilmembers O'Connell, Withers, and Poley. Authorizes Metro government to abandon existing stormwater drainage easement rights for property located at 30 Peabody Street. Item number 5, Ordinance Bill 2022-1418. The sponsors are Councilmembers Parker, Withers, and Poley. Authorizes Metro government to accept new water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assembly, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements, and to relocate a fire hydrant assembly for 3 properties located at 2135 and 2141 Waterside Drive and 2200 Bowline Avenue, also known as the Landings at River North. Item number 6, Ordinance Bill 2022-1419. The sponsors are Councilmembers Syracuse, Withers, and Poley. Authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public sanitary sewer main and easements and to accept new sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manholes, fire hydrant assembly, and easements for property located at 2714 Old Lebanon Pike, also known as Donaldson Library. Item number 7, Ordinance Bill 2022-1420. The sponsors are Councilmembers Young, Withers, and Poley. Authorizes Metro government to abandon existing sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manhole easements, and to accept new sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manhole easements for property located at 684 Myatt Drive, also known as 698 Myatt Drive, Phase 3. Item number 8, Ordinance Bill 2022-1421. The sponsors are Councilmembers Rutherford, Withers, and Poley. Authorizes Metro government to accept new water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for property located at Old Rico Boulevard, unnumbered, also known as Evergreen Hills Phase 2B. Item number 9, Ordinance Bill 2022-1422. The sponsors are Councilmembers Withers and Poley. Authorizes Metro government to accept new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for property located at 9917 Sam Donald Road in Williamson County, also known as Primrose School of Nolensville. Item number 10, Ordinance Bill 2022-1423. The sponsors are Councilmembers Taylor, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public water main, to relocate a public fire hydrant assembly, and to accept a new public water main and public fire hydrant assembly for property located at 1805 Church Street, also known as 19th and Church. Item number 11, Ordinance Bill 2022-1424. The sponsors are Councilmembers Taylor, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public water main and easement, to relocate a public fire hydrant assembly, and to accept a new public water main and easement for property located at 2000 Church Street, also known as St. Thomas Midtown Surgery Expansion. Item number 12, Ordinance Bill 2022-1425. The sponsors are Councilmembers Roberts, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to accept the relocation and vertical adjustment of existing water main for property located at 203 Osceola Avenue, number 1. Item number 13, Ordinance Bill 2022-1426. The sponsors are Councilmembers Roberts, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public water main and to accept new public water main for property located at 5621B Lenox Avenue, also known as Lenox Avenue Townhomes. Item number 14, Ordinance Bill 2022-1427. The sponsors are Councilmembers Taylor, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to accept new sanitary sewer main and sanitary sewer manhole for property located at 2007 23rd Avenue North. Item number 15, Bill 2022-1428. The sponsors are Councilmembers Benedict, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public water main, to relocate a public fire hydrant assembly, and to accept a new public water main for property located at 3810 Gallatin Pike, also known as Studio 79 Apartments. Item number 16, Ordinance Bill 2022-1429. The sponsors are Councilmembers Roberts, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to accept the relocation of a fire hydrant assembly for property located at 5300 Centennial Boulevard. Item number 17, Ordinance Bill 2022-1430. The sponsors are Councilmembers Roberts, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public utility easement rights for 2 properties located at 516C and 520B West Bend Drive. Item number 18, Ordinance Bill 2022-1431. The sponsors are Councilmembers O'Connell, Withers, and Pulley. Authorizes Metro government to accept the relocation of a fire hydrant assembly for property located at 820 4th Avenue North, also known as Ballpark Village. Marked Councilmember Sepulveda present. Moving on to bills on third reading, item number 19, substitute Ordinance Bill 2022-1328. The sponsor is Councilmember Evans. Amends the Metro Zoning Code to delete the limitations on veterinarian facility size and the number of veterinarian establishments per lot in zoning districts where the veterinarian use is permitted conditionally. Item number 20, Ordinance Bill 2022-1339. The sponsor is Councilmember O'Connell. Amends the Metro Zoning Code by changing from industrial restrictive to SP zoning for properties located at 2nd Avenue North, unnumbered, 1st Avenue North, unnumbered, 1500 2nd Avenue North, and 100 Van Buren Street at the northwest corner of 1st Avenue North and Van Buren Street to permit a 303-unit multifamily development. Item number 21, Ordinance Bill 2022-1340. The sponsor is Councilmember O'Connell. Which applies materials restrictions to the above referenced property. Item number 22, BL 2022-1341. The sponsors are Councilmembers Hauser and Suara. Amends the Metro Zoning Code by amending a specific plan for properties located at 616, 618, and 620 Old Hickory Boulevard and 7315 Sonia Drive to permit a maximum of 175 multifamily units. Item number 23, Ordinance BL 2022-1342. The sponsors are Councilmembers Hauser and Suara. This applies materials restrictions to the above referenced property. Item number 25, BL 2022-1395. Is an ordinance as amended. The sponsor is Councilmember Rosenberg. This authorizes building material restrictions for BL 2022-1394, which we'll come back to, which is an SP for property located at Newsom Station Road, unnumbered, and it applies materials restrictions to those properties. Item number 26, as amended, is Item number 26 is Ordinance Bill 2022-1396 as amended. The sponsor is Councilmember Rosenberg. Amends the Metro Zoning Code by canceling a portion of a planned unit development for property located at Newsom Station Road, otherwise zoned AR2A and CL. Item number 27, Ordinance Bill 2022-1397 as amended. The sponsor is Councilmember Parker. Amends the Metro Zoning Code by changing from RS5 to SP zoning on property located at 930 McFerrin Avenue and 907 West Eastland Avenue to permit a mixed-use development. Item number 28, Ordinance Bill 2022-1398. The sponsor is Councilmember Parker, and that applies materials restrictions to the above referenced property. Item number 29, Ordinance Bill 2022-1400 as amended. The sponsor is Councilmember Rosenberg. This amends the Metro Zoning Code by changing from RS40 to SP zoning for property located at 8033 Highway 100 and within the Highway 100 urban design overlay to permit certain uses in MULA zoning. We have a letter for this one to defer one meeting, so I'll leave it on our consent agenda, but just to defer. Item number 30, Ordinance Bill 2022-1401 as amended. The sponsor is Councilmember Toombs. Amends the Metro Zoning Code by changing from RS 7.5 to RM20ANS zoning for property located at 829 West Trinity Lane. Item number 31, substitute Ordinance Bill 2022-1402. This one amends the Metro Zoning Code by changing from industrial restrictive to SP zoning for properties located at 5604 and 5700 Centennial Boulevard and Centennial Boulevard unnumbered at the intersection of Centennial Boulevard and Ohio Avenue to permit a mixed-use development. Lisa, for this one, this is the Centennial Boulevard, item 31 for Centennial Boulevard. Do we need to have a discussion of that since it is disapproved?
I'm happy to answer any questions if there are any, but we don't have to do a presentation or anything necessarily. So if there are questions, I'm happy to answer them, but no, it doesn't automatically have to be presented.
Okay, thank you for that. And finally, does anyone have any questions about that one? I mean, otherwise I can pull off consent, but okay. Sounds like we're good to go. Next is item number 32. 1402. Sure did skip over that one. That's one.
No, they were asking.
Oh, 1402. Finally, item number 32, Ordinance Bill 2022-1404 is amended. The sponsor is Councilmember Gamble. Amends the Metro Zoning Code by changing the preliminary plan for property located at Mulberry Downs Circle unnumbered and a portion of property located at Dickerson Pike unnumbered to clarify language in Ordinance number BL 2022-1310 to set the maximum allowed residential units to 149 multifamily residential units. Do any of those need to come off of consent or be discussed for any reason? All right, seeing none, I will call on Vice Chair Weatherford.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move approval of the consent agenda.
Thank you very much. Is there a second? Second. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Great. So that leaves us with one item. This is item number 24, BL 2022-1394, as amended. The sponsor is Councilmember Rosenberg. This amends the Metro Zoning Code by changing from AR2A and C Commercial Limited to SP zoning for property located at Newsom Station Road, approximately 285 feet west of Settlers Way, and located within a planned unit development overlay district to permit a mixed-use development. We do have an amendment. Could I, Vice Chair Rutherford, would you move the amendment, please?
Do we have a motion on the bill?
Would you go ahead and make a motion on the bill, please? Sorry about that.
A motion on the bill.
All right, second? Okay, seconded. Now for the amendment.
I move the amendment.
Thank you, because I know Councilmember Rosenberg's not present. Lisa, would it be okay if I just ask for a description of the amendment? Or Margaret, either one? I'll go ahead and call on planning table.
Sure. The amendment was, I believe, at the request of the council member working with the developer to provide for some additional buffering. He also wanted to ensure that the commercial uses had a certain amount that was set aside specifically for a restaurant. So it adds buffering, restaurant, and then the inclusion of some traffic improvements related to turn lanes.
Okay.
It does not change the planning commission recommendation. It is just adding additional conditions.
Great, thank you. Any other questions about the amendment? All right, hearing none. We have a motion and a second on the amendment. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, so that gets us through our agenda for the Planning and Zoning Committee. I'm told I'm going too fast, so Vice Chair Rutherford, would you move the bill as amended?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, I move the bill as amended.
Wonderful, thank you. Is there a second? All right, all in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Great. With that, we come to the end of our calendar. Do any members have any items to bring to the attention of the Planning and Zoning Committee? Seeing none, I will declare our meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.